Hey, it's Dan from Nancy and Dan Travel to Disney, and today we have a room tour. This is a tour of an ADA room, Villa 428, here at the Beach Club Villas. Now, I did not request an ADA room at all, yet this is what I was given, and so I thought it'd be a good opportunity, even though I do not need it. That was assigned to it. So, I'll stay here and I'm going to do a room tour so you can see what a Beach Club Villas ADA room looks like. Alright, so I open the door, and after I go so far, maybe a third of the way, the door will then open for me. Notice that? So that's nice. Yes, 2 peepholes. Lower one, of course, for those who might be using a scooter or wheelchair. Now, once I enter, then the door automatically closes. I was in an ADA room at the boardwalk 2 nights ago, and there was no such mechanical assist with the door to that ADA room. So that's a nice touch. Over to the right is the closet. And that's a personal opinion, I do have one tiny carry-on, 2 backpacks in here, and that's all I can get in here. They've got, yes, the hangers lowered, which is great if you're in a scooter or wheelchair, yet the vacuum cleaner takes up a third of the usable space. So that's a little bit disappointing. However, I just wanted to point that out. Let's close that. And let's go to tour the villa. Okay, we'll start then with the bathroom. It's a nice slider door, and what I prefer to this Disney Vacation Club studio, deluxe studio, again, it's an ADA room. It's not designated as an ADA room anywhere that I could find, but it is. Notice that it has a very large handle to open. This room has some nice differences if you're in a scooter or use a wheelchair or walker. Grab bars at the toilet, a single sink. I typically do not go by myself to Disney. I am this time. Usually it's Nancy and I, or with some of her family, or just us. So having a single sink in a studio always is a pet peeve of mine. There should be room for 2 sinks, in my opinion. Several little nooks to place things. When it comes to the roll-in shower, yes, it's not a bathtub or a bathtub shower combo, it's a roll-in shower. 2 grab bars, and yes, a different type of bench chair. However, I have to manually lower it. Well, that's fine, but it no longer will stay up. Well, that's disappointing. All right, handheld shower, and 2 handheld shower heads. That's nice. Again, look for other hygiene items if you wish. Yes, you've got that drawstring line you can use. You'll end up hang your, say, bathing suit, swimwear in there. And yes, fully lit. All right. And there's a handle on this side of the sliding door as well. Very nice. Very useful. Let's continue. Here to the kitchenette area. Strange that for what I'm calling an ADA room, even though there's no official label, but everything screams an ADA room, while the microwave would be up here. If you, again, use a scooter or a wheelchair, it could be challenging trying to use a microwave that high. There is a combo Keurig and drip coffee maker with, again, the K-Cups and creamer and Joffrey's coffee there. Here, this would be, let's see how cold it is. Yeah, that's going to be a cooler. It's not going to be a refrigerator, just so you're aware. And the sink. All right, now to the bedroom and the living area. First, the bed. Now, fans of Nancy and Dan travel to Disney website and watch our room tour videos know one of my pet peeves is that both sides of the bed do not have a nightstand. Only on one side. This side, nothing. Now, one could argue, well, maybe that's where they want the scooter or wheelchair. Not to be overly critical, but you can still, and so you know, I am now standing where? My feet are here, and so I can turn to the bed. There's plenty of room here for a second nightstand, one on this side of the bed. So that is, again, is disappointing. And I'll just ask elephant in the room, do they expect you to use this to plug in, say, your phone or your tablet? Where are you gonna lay them? It's gotta be on the ground. There's no other place without a nightstand there. Sure, maybe you plug in your scooter there, but you could still do that even if there was a nightstand here. So in my opinion, that's very disappointing. The bed, it's not the typical 29-inch height that Disney does for its Disney Vacation Club units. It's lower to fit the needs of those, many of those who might use a scooter or wheelchair. Over here on this, and I will say rather small nightstand, especially if you watched our room tour video of the studio that I stayed in last night at Copper Creek Villas within Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Those were twice the size. You can see I'm scrambling already to have anything here. So that's disappointing, the size. That's my water bottle. You can't have it. It does have 2 pairs, electrical outlets, and 2 pairs of USB outlets, which is great. But over here, there's another pair of electrical outlets, and there's a USB and a USB-C outlet. All right. And so what is over there? Well, that is the pull-down double bed for 2 more people. I gotta tell you, that is a very cute picture of Donald and the boys in one of the pools here at Disney's Beach Club Villas. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull down the Murphy bed. You can see it. What I'm gonna do is move this cushion. It has Daisy all over it, very cute, out of the way so that using one hand, I can pull down the Murphy bed. And there it is. Now that is another very cute picture of the boys and having, you know, Donald in the sand up to his neck, having a little nap on the beach. And across there is the view across Crescent Lake of Disney's Boardwalk. Very cute. All right. So my question for you, only you are going to be able to answer it. If you're using this bed, and I pull these back a little bit, as far as they go, here is the armrest for the couch. So just be aware, if you're using this Murphy bed, you may need to scooch yourself forward more than you typically might do to then get out of the bed. Same thing on this side. And again, there's the armrest. Pillows go there. Can't really put your feet over here. Gotta wait till you're over here. So just be aware of that. All right, and put the bed back up. All right, so I've got the Murphy bed back up and put the cushion with Daisy all over it back on the couch. Let me turn this way and look at this side, this wall. Now, a few things here. Yes, this is the door to the next room, so this is going to be a 2-bedroom villa, but this portion of it is a studio. On the other side is going to be a 1-bedroom Disney Vacation Club unit, so that stays locked. 2 drawers, not deep at all. Just so you're aware, it's deep this way, but not that way. So a little bit different from what I've seen on most other Disney Vacation Club units. For here, 2 electrical outlets and a USB and a USB-C outlet. No, this little guy was given to me yesterday over at Copper Creek, so I got it with me. Now, I'll get to this table in a minute. 2 more drawers here, just like the others. Interesting. This is really interesting. This is so weird. But why? Well, in the design, look way in there, electrical outlets, 2 of them. So you might be able to put some smart device here and then plug it in. That's just plain weird. Sorry, it is. Okay, now here's the table, 2 chairs. But what's behind there? Behind there is another bed. This room can accommodate 5 people. So how do we get to that? Now, I've gone ahead and I've moved the 2 chairs that were there, and you have instructions here. It says, press button and pull handle to lower bed. When raising the bed up, make sure it latches securely. So there's the handle, but gotta find the button first. There it is. And just so you're aware, there's a handle and there's a latch on this side as well. Well, let's see how this works out. Let me put this up here and the TV remote. And this table, interesting mechanism there. Let's see how this is gonna work out. All right. Press the latch. I don't hear a click or anything. A bit concerning. Again, I've never done this before. Oh, I heard a little click there. But let's see. Pull the latch. Nope. There. I'm sure I heard it. Good one. Well, let me see what I can. All right. Now, through the magic of time, notice that the top part of the frame of the bed is out a little bit. What happened was I called engineering, and while talking with them, I did the same thing as before. Press, and this time, which was like the 6th time I tried, the latch became unlatched and the bed started coming down. So that's my experience. Let's see how this is going to work. Going down all the way, and notice the table is starting to fold down. And there we go. And so there we see Donald relaxing, but there's the 5th person's sleeping arrangements. A single bed. So, word to the wise, do just be aware if you are ever in an ADA room at Disney's Beach Club Villas, whether or not you asked for it, really gotta, you can hear that, and there it is, I'll show you. Ask for the latches, so let's keep on trying. All right, let me pull it back up. Now it is heavy, and may need some assistance with this. There's the other part of the latch that has to get hooked onto. There it is. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Okay, and now let's wrap up this room tour by looking at a few other things. Down here, nice drawer for storing stuff. And but there's one over here. Yes, there is. And then out to the balcony. Now notice, this being an ADA room, you have special handles for the curtains, which is great. Really like that. The complaint being, if you use a scooter or a wheelchair or a walker, I will wish you good luck in coming out here. First off, it's so narrow, the door cannot open properly. I have to get engineering to help you. Oh, you can unlock it here. You really wanted to move this door, but this balcony is so narrow. Wow. think it's the most narrow balcony I've ever used. So, nice view of the villa's pool, now that's been fully refurbished, and the rest of the outside of the building, on the pool side. And so there you have it, our review of a ADA room, no designation, but it screams ADA, which is great. So remember that room number that we showed at the beginning, room 428 here at Disney's Beach Club Villas. And especially if you do need an ADA room for your mobility challenges. To see what a non-ADA room here at Disney's Beach Club Villas look like, here's a link to that video right now. It's a 1-bedroom for you. Or here's another video for you about our Disney travel adventures for older adults and seniors. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up. Bye for now.